Hey guys, hey, you got a second?
Yeah, what's up?
I just wanted to talk to you about financial generosity.
Okay.
Just a couple of quick questions.
Okay, all right.
All right. So thanks for being here, Roy and Judy. So,
Sure.
what do you think of the concept of Christian financial generosity?
That's a hard conversation. Why does it have to be hard? Why does that have to create this anxiety? My chest's tight already. Christian financial generosity. First, I got to tell you that I think this whole conversation that we're having about generosity, not just financial, but generosity, I think it's perfect in timing. I don't know if Matt created it this way and it was intended to flow this way, but having this conversation on the heels of Ephesians 6, Michael, I think is perfect because quite honestly, I don't think I'm the only one that experiences this conversation as a matter of spiritual warfare and sometimes intense spiritual warfare. So I think the timing of that is perfect. I think I experience it. I think our conversations have exampled it kind of like in three different ways. Yeah, it's not an easy conversation. We have them at home, okay? It comes down to me in terms of identity, ownership, and this concept of worth. We see ourselves as belonging to God. He is sovereign. He is creator of everything, and that means He's creator of our time, space, resources, relationships, finances. He's creator of all of that, and He's sovereign of that. So why can't He be sovereign over finances and all these measures of generosity? To be honest with you, this is a hard conversation, but the conversation I don't want to have is the one where the Lord says to me, "So Roy, how much of that is yours?" It's a matter of identity and ownership, and there's this, maybe it's culture, but there's this really weird attitude that we have, that I experience, about worth. And anytime we talk about where we spend our time, resources, energy, finances, whatever, I hear in my own head and I hear in conversations, well, is it worth it? Don't give because it's worthy, give because it's God and because He's been generous to us.
Okay, so here's a question. How have you experienced God's generosity and practiced that in your lives?
You're getting really personal. Pretty soon, on the 16th, Judy and I will celebrate 32 years of marriage. In that 32 years, we've lived below the poverty level. We have some experience with empty shelves, no transportation. We've had to live in borrowed trailers because we haven't had a place to live. And in those times and others, God has been generous to us through people. People have loaned us their material possessions. People have given us free use of vehicles when we've had nothing. People have been gracious to us financially when you do work for them and they overpay you just because they're generous. God has intervened. Sometimes He uses people, sometimes He uses circumstances to change or to bless you in ways you never saw coming. When we have been able to get those issues of identity and ownership and worth settled, the whole idea of what we give really becomes a no-brainer. It's not about a tax receipt. It's about having an opportunity to bless people through what God has given you in time, relationships, resources. I think God's generosity to us has been an example of how we need to be generous to others too. The world speaks in terms of power and control and self-actualization. The gospel whispers surrender and joy. And that's the joy we experience.
So, have you guys always felt this way about this issue, or is it kind of morphed over the years and changed over the years?
I think for both of us, it's been a struggle, and we've talked about it a lot, and I really appreciate Roy's leadership and spiritual accountability to working through this and giving back to God.
Do we always get it right?
No.
No, we don't always get it right. And it's still a hard conversation sometimes. But is God always faithful? Absolutely. God is always faithful. And just for the record, Michael, we don't give to FRC. God just takes deposits here.